Hi students, in this video we are going to discuss about analog low pass Chebyshev filter. In this there are two types of design. One is type 1 design and type 2 design. In type 1 design all are all pole filters. That is, you will have the poles represent first I will explain what is pole and what is zero. So in the transfer function in here you will have a numerator term as well as the denominator term. So in this the values, that is the poles, are present at the denominator and the zeros are present at the numerator. For example, you have some function like this, right? S plus 1, s plus 2, you are getting like this, and you will have s plus 3 here. Okay, so here what is 0 is, here we need to substitute s plus 3 is equal to 0 and s is equal to minus 3, which represents 0, and here s plus 1 is equal to 0, so s is equal to minus 1. Similarly here s is equal to minus 2, so this represents the poles. Okay, so here this numerator term, from numerator you will get 0, from denominator we will get poles. So these poles determine the stability of the filter, because here using this only we are going to determine the stability of the filter. Another case is if the poles lies on the left half of the S plane. Here see here the poles lies here, right? minus 1 and minus 2. So this lies on the left half of the S plane. We can say that it is a stable filter. Okay, so this is what the concept behind your zeros and poles. Now we will see here type 1 design and type 2 design. In type 1 design, here it is an all pole filter, that is you will have only the poles, not zeros. Okay, so here what is the characteristics of this all pole filter is that it exhibit equiripple behavior, that is it exhibit equiripple behavior in passband. I will write here, and monotonic characteristics in stop band. Okay, so what is the meaning of this is, so consider the characteristics of the filter. Okay, so here we are designing the low pass filter, so you will have a cutoff frequency. Okay, so here before that what we are going to this is what your ideal characteristics, right? Okay, and now here what we are going to see is we are going to draw the characteristics of the type 1 design. Okay, so the maximum amplitude is 1. Okay, so here how will you this is what the maximum amplitude, because this is an ideal characteristics, right? So here how we are going to draw the characteristics of the low pass filter is, so this is what the characteristic you will get. Instead of in Butterworth filter, what you will get it, in Butterworth filter you will have equiripples in pass band as well as equiripples in stop band, right? So in Chebyshev filter, here you have equiripples. This represent the equiripple in the pass band and exhibit the monotonic decreasing in the stop band. So this represent the stop band characteristic, right? Okay, now here how we differentiate this pass band and stop band is, this is the pass band. Up to this we are allowing this, so this is the pass band frequency, and here it is the stop band frequency we are going to design it. So here in between you are having a monotonic decreasing function. Okay, now here we are going to have, this is what your magnitude of h of j ohm, right? So here you will have 1 plus root of 1 plus epsilon square. So we have discussed this parameter, right? So this represent the ripple term related to the pass band, and here you will have some term related to pass band, so one stop band, so 1 by root of 1 plus lambda square. So this is what the characteristics of the type 1 design. Okay, similarly here in type 2 design, so what you are going to get is the same thing. Here the transfer function, right? The filter contains both poles and zeros. So the filter contain both poles and zeros, and it exhibit the monotonic behavior in the pass band. There it exhibit monotonic behavior in the stop band. Here it exhibit monotonic behavior in the pass band and an equiripple behavior in the stop band. That is totally opposite. Okay, equiripple behavior in stop band. So this is what the difference between the type 1 and type 2 design. In type 1 design, all are pole filters, and it exhibit equiripple behavior in pass band and monotonic characteristics in the stop band. Here in type 2 it is totally reverse. Here you will have equiripple behavior in the stop band and monotonic behavior in the pass band. So now this is what your type 2 design. So here type 2 design, the same thing, monotonic decreasing in the pass band and equiripple behavior in the stop band. The same thing here I have drawn it similar to this. Next we will see the design of low pass filter. So this is what your magnitude response of an nth order type 1 filter, and it can be expressed at magnitude of h of j ohm the whole square is equal to 1 by 1 plus epsilon square cn square ohm by ohm p. This n varies. So this cn represent the Chebyshev polynomial. Here we are going to consider, we are going to write this in Chebyshev polynomial. Later I will say why we are using this Chebyshev polynomial, then only you will understood. Okay, so the next one is what we are going to do is, in order to incorporate this Chebyshev polynomial, we need to know the sum of the basic of the Chebyshev polynomial function. So that is Cn of x is equal to, what is the function actually is cos of n cos inverse of x for mod x less than or equal to 1, that is for the pass band, and Cn of x is equal to cos h n cos h inverse of x for mod x greater than 1, it is a stop band. And this Chebyshev polynomial is a recursive formula, and this can be obtained from Cn of x is equal to 2x Cn minus 1 of x minus Cn minus 2 of x. Okay, so where C naught of x is equal to 1 and C1 of x is equal to x. Suppose if you want to obtain 3, you need to know Cn of 2 and Cn of 1. Okay, so from this we can obtain it. So don't confuse with this, just we are going to use only incorporate these term alone in our problem. So it is enough for you. If we have any additional term, I will explain while using that. Okay, now we will see the design of the low pass filter design. Okay, the same procedure we are going to do here. Here what we are going to do is, I am going to consider this equation. So if I am going to perform log, so first thing is what we did there, we find out the order of the filter, formula for the order of the filter, then we find out the cutoff frequency there. Here what we are going to find is, we are going to find out the order of the filter. So here how we can find the order of the filter is, here we are going to first find the value for epsilon from this, then we are going to find out the order of the filter. So here what we are going to do is, so take the log for this, so you will get 20 log of magnitude of h of j ohm. Here you will get 10 log 1 minus 10 log of 1 plus epsilon square, so cn square ohm by ohm p, you will get it. Okay, so the next one is at what is the condition we did, that at ohm is equal to ohm p, we consider two condition, right? At ohm is equal to ohm p and ohm is equal to ohm s. Here I am going to consider ohm is equal to ohm p. So here what we are going to do is the same procedure what we did is, so this will become 0. So here 20 log of h of j ohm, we will equate to this minus alpha p, right? Similarly here we am going to equate to minus alpha p. So 10 log of 1 plus epsilon square, here ohm by ohm p condition, it will become 1. So cn square of 1 you will get it, and here alpha p is equal to 10 log of 1 plus epsilon square, where Cn of 1 is equal to 1. Okay, we will see here, right? So I have not I have forgot to tell that is Cn of 1 is equal to 1. So whatever the value of n, this value, if we are having excess 1, the value is 1. Okay, now I am going to use this Cn of 1 is equal to 1. So this will become 1. So here from this I am going to find out epsilon. So what I will get it, here I am going to remove the log. So log of 1 plus epsilon square is equal to divided by 10. So it will become 0.1 alpha p. So 1 plus epsilon square is equal to 10 power 0.1 alpha p alpha p. So here epsilon is equal to square root of 10 power 0.1 alpha p minus 1. The same we got for this Butterworth filter. Similarly the next condition is, I am going to substitute ohm is equal to ohm s, the same what the procedure we did there. So now when you apply this it will become 20 log of magnitude of h of j ohm, which is equal to minus alpha s, so which is equal to minus 10 log of 1 plus epsilon square cn square ohm s by ohm p. Okay, so here when you equate it, alpha s is equal to 10 log of 1 plus epsilon square. So this I am going to write it now in terms of applying this Chebyshev polynomial. Now consider this one, I am going to apply here for this. So here epsilon square cn square, instead of x I am having ohm s by ohm p. Now see here there are two conditions, passband and stopband. Here we are using for stopband, so I am going to use the second condition. So here in cn of x I am going to write it as cos h n cos h inverse of, instead of x what I am having ohm s by ohm p. Okay, so the whole square. So this is what I am substituting this equation. Why I have chosen this equation? Because I am substituting for stop band. Okay, and now I am going to simplify it and I am going to find the value of n. So here I have applied this cos h n cos h inverse ohm s by ohm p the whole square. So bringing here this 10, so it will become 0.1 alpha s log this term. So removing log, here you will get 10 power 0.1 alpha s, which is equal to this term you will get as h. So the next one is here I am going to find out n, so I need to bring all the terms here. So here when I bring epsilon, it is nothing but we know that epsilon is equal to root of 10 power 0.1 alpha p minus 1. So cos h n cos h inverse ohm s by ohm p. So if I bring cos h here this side, I will get cos h inverse. So n is greater than or equal to cos h inverse root of 10 power 0.1 alpha s minus 1 divided by 10 power 0.1 alpha p minus 1. So this is what cos h inverse ohm s by ohm p. So now this is the formula to find out the order of the filter. In the next video, we will discuss about the design steps.